Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel and for the next Save the Crafty YouTuber hop. So excited to be participating in this hop, and you will hear all about this as you hop around and watch videos, and then I will talk a little bit more about it as we go through the video. These are some close-up photos of the projects I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to be mostly highlighting my Catherine Puller inks. I have not used them in a while, and when I started to play with them, I couldn't figure out why. They're amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do ink blending and ink smushing on these panels. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this ink blender brush. It's actually a makeup brush, I think. I got it from Amazon. But it's got, a nice easy way to hold it for the handle. It's basically the makeup brushes without the long handle. Okay. So I'm pulling out some colors of Catherine Puller inks. And one thing that I love about these blending brushes is you get such a soft, subtle look, and they're very easy to clean. I use the same blending brush for my entire rainbow here. So you can see that once you clean it with a microfiber cloth or a baby wipe, you can just get right into the next color. So because I'm going to be ink blending one color after the next, I opted for the microfiber cloth instead of a baby wipe because I didn't want to wet my bristles. I didn't know how that was going to turn out. And so you can see me just going through the rainbow of colors here. And in hindsight, because my panel's smaller, I probably would have just gone with primary colors and then mixed them to get the greens and the orange. But either way, I love the way that this panel came out. And the next thing I'm going to do is work on some ink smushing. So I'm using my Tonic travel platform here. This is the glass media mat. And on the right-hand side, I have that really slick surface for this technique. Look at these colors. I can't even. When I saw that, I don't know what I was expecting. But it's glorious. The colors just mix so beautifully together. And so I just played with it until I was happy with the color that I got. Okay, I'm taking out my shimmer spritz here. This is a very sparkly spray that will give a full coverage on your panel. So depending on how much you spray, it's almost as if you took like a Spectrum Noir clear overlay sparkle pen and covered your entire panel with it. But this is water reactive ink. So if I were to do that, I would kind of mess up my project. So this is the perfect alternative. So here are my two blended or smushed backgrounds, very different from one another, but very pretty. So again, this ink. Okay, so speaking of Catherine Puller inks, Catherine Puller is our sponsor for this video, for the prize rather, of this video. And so she's going to be sponsoring 2 ink pads for the winner. Now, a little bit about the Save the Crafty YouTuber hop. I'm going to talk about that now. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm using, side note, using a smile die from MFT, and I'm using Trinity Stamps sentiments for the sub-sentiment of the smile. Okay. By the way, I'm doing shaker cards. Haven't done shaker cards in a hot second. So I'm very excited about this. And spoiler alert, I don't screw it up. Very happy. Okay, you can watch what I'm doing there. So about the hop. Basically, a bunch of YouTubers have come together to celebrate each other, celebrate card making, inspire others, and just share our love of what we're doing. There's a lot of companies involved as well to help sponsor prizes along the way. But really, you don't have to comment on every single video to be entered to win, but it does increase your chances. So keep that in mind. But consider subscribing, watch, like the video if you like it. But click to the link on the next person in the hop, and that'll be in the description box below. And this way you can kind of keep watching and keep inspiring people and keep encouraging others. So that's what we're doing. It's super fun. I have found some of my most favorite YouTubers through these hops. Justine is an amazing ambassador to be hosting this maybe once or twice a year. I believe she's been doing it. It's a lot of work. So thank you to Justine. I think it's just wonderful what she's doing, and it's a true model of encouraging and building up one another. So I love that. Those of you that follow me know that's my mantra. We just need to continue that. So okay, don't forget, if you comment, say where you're coming from. Is it USA or what country you are in? This way, not all prizes have restrictions, but some do. So we just want to be make sure that the prizes get to the winners, etc. So just make sure you're mentioning that. And that's it. Just have fun. It's just going to be a good time. All right, so let's talk about these cards. So what I did was took some really thin score tape and I put down just a piece of acetate to cover up that smile. This red foam tape here, this is from Arteza. They now make foam tape, which is great. And I doubled it up so that I can have some really nice thick background to hold my shaker bits. Now, this right here is a bit excessive. I'm not convinced you need all of this foam tape. But again, it's been a while since I've done a shaker card, so I didn't want to take any chances. But you do want an even amount of foam tape on the back so you don't have divots if you're going to mail this, things like that. I'm adding some Neat and Tangled magic sequins, as well as a little bit of kind of this Arteza glittery stardust stuff. It's so pretty. And I just wanted that just to cover up the smile. I let it flow throughout the entire sentiment of smile. I didn't cut off letters or anything like that, and keep like little wells for each letter. I just let it all within the confines of the smile. I'm pulling off the backing. This does come off the backing pretty easily. And I also like the fact that it doesn't, because it comes off so easy, it's not like jumping around. Like if it's really super sticky and hard to pull off, you kind of shake up your card and then your sequence flies on your foam tape and it's a crafty nightmare. But here we go, moving into the sub-sentiment. I have some shimmer cardstock from DCWV that I am trying to use up. It is my favorite, so it's very easy to use up. It's got a nice little shimmer onto it. It's thick. It's really good quality cardstock. So I'm using that as my sentiment. Now, I usually do black cardstock with white embossed sentiment, but today I'm going to do this shimmer color of purple with white embossing. I'm going to use some Gina K embossing ink, and I am going to just stamp that with my sentiments. I'm going to cover it in white embossing. This is super fine embossing powder right here. And that's going to allow us to kind of see what we're working with. Now there's a lot of white powder from my anti-static powder tool bag, but that's okay. Once you heat it up, you can wipe that off clean and it looks brand new. Here you can see I cut down my sentiments. My two sentiments say, "You inspire me and you make life colorful." I thought that one was really cute for the ink smushing. But these backgrounds, I'm just in love with these backgrounds. I think they're just perfect. So easily. The Catherine Puller inks are absolutely, I think, my favorite in my stash. They do all the things and they're bright and beautiful. And I do happen to have the full set. But even if you just started with like the party collection, the main colors, the foundation, something like that, there's just such good quality. And then you can mix colors from there, I'm sure. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is put on some embellishments here. I pulled out some Nuvo, black Nuvo drops in, I forget what, Ebony, I believe they're called. And I'm going to use some gold, I always want to call them cloud, but I don't think they're called cloud. Dream drops. Okay, so I'm going to use the black here, and I always like to do a test sheet first, and I'm just going to press out the circle and then kind of swirl it so I get a nice perfect circle. And I'm just going to put them all over the place. I mean, it's a small tiny embellishment. You can use sequins, you can use stars, you can use whatever you want on your cards just to add some extra embellishments, or nothing at all, and that would be just as good also. So here you can see I'm using those dream drops there. Love them. They're just so pretty. They're probably my favorite drops that I have. I have them in 3 different colors. Really, really pretty. And that is going to finish up the cards. I'm going to show you some close-ups here in just a minute. But don't forget to hop along on this Save the Crafty YouTuber hop. This is so much fun. You're going to get inspired. Hopefully you'll find some of your favorite crafters that you didn't even know were out there, and you discovered them through this hop. So that's going to be a lot of fun and definitely well worth it. Don't forget to comment to be entered into the giveaway pool, and I will link what I used for this video below. Thanks again to Justine, and thank you to everyone who's participating. I can't wait to watch along with all of you. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.